Hello, everybody. It has been a while since we've appeared in this screen. It has been a long, long while since we have appeared in the streets of Boston. As we take a way out, a long way away from Minnesota, we journey down to the streets of Boston, the nightlife, the buzz life, as we center on two Malkavians, Alexis and Alice. For both, they are preparing. For one, she's going on a dinner with her companion. For Alexis, he's going there because he was told to go there. He was told by Felix, no certain terms in a text message, to go to the Roman baths and meet with the man known as Romanov. No questions, no asks. For Alexis, he knows what area this is. He knows what type of people enter this area. For the kind, he knows the organization that holds a very powerful sway in the area he works in. And even with his lowered humanity, he knows to respect and far older entity than he will ever is as a kindred.
Mm-hmm.
And from the kindred aspect, he knows what clan runs this area. That is the clan of the prince, Clan Bruja. For Alice, well, this is the time you were invited by such a gentleman, such an old-fashioned man. And you've waited, and you've bided your time, and you've dealt with some things, and you decided, you know what, tonight, no, I'm going to go out. And you've brought, well, what better to bring a person to a fancy Russian restaurant, but not bring a Russian man. You have brought Alec. Alexis, you drive there, I'm assuming, or do you be driven there?
I well, I will drive. The car may or may not be mine.
That is fine. And Alice is driven there by the man himself. You both arrive. And I want you to imagine this, of course, at night. It's easier on the brain. But this is what it looks like outside. You're almost kind of taken aback by the deceptiveness of it, and you see the Roman and Turkish baths. Kind of takes you back a bit. Alexis, I'm going to say you arrive first. But you approach the door, and what do? Is you kind of look around as you just park up and walk very quietly along the streets, keeping your head down, of course.
Yeah, no, there's no way. Look, first of all, I'm keeping my head down for two reasons. Number one, first and foremost, this is the kind of territory where it doesn't matter how heightened an opinion you have of yourself, you know that the only way to keep your head is respect. Secondly, there are more dangers, more people who will take my head than just those who I can potentially mouth off to. So, keeping my head down, but keeping very, very alert. And on that note, I'm actually going to activate Auspex. It's just Auspex 1, but I'm going to be actively keeping eyes, ears, everything open. Of
And
course.
you hear that, like the rustling of the window seems a lot more loud. Things seem a lot more louder. Like things are like, psh, 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 you know what I mean? You hear like rats going out of trash bins. You hear things are louder now. Things are more
Mhm.
sensitive. It probably tweaks you a bit, but you kind of take each step on the ground feels like dunk, dunk, dunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everything is just heightened.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Now, tell me, Torna, uh, is this the kind of place where people can just walk into?
You knock.
Okay, so I will
And
knock.
big question. Very important question. How well are you dressed?
I actually came here in one of my $1,000 suits. This is not the place
Ooh.
you go underdressed.
Very good. Very good answer. Um, you knock on the door, I'm assuming.
Yes, we knock on the door.
And how is the other you feeling? Just as you hear the dong, 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 and then kind of look around a bit, makes that old style, like dunk dunk dunk.
He would prefer to be completely invisible, Torna, backed into a corner somewhere so that he can see who is approaching, maybe with a gun in his hand. But this is not the place to back yourself into a corner or to draw a gun without very, very good reason.
So as the door begins to slowly creak, slowly crack open, it takes its time. You know, it's one of those old, you know, the old, really old style doors that you kind of have to give it a bit of a, you know, a jerk.
Yeah.
This woman answers.
So as
Again,
she
she's in.
does give it that jerk, Alexis will, wince a little bit as it grains on his ears.
Oh yeah, if that for the aspect, you're like, yeah, mistakes were made. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you answer the door, and she's again in a long, sleek black dress, hair permed down. She kind of has a bit of a nervous look about her as well, very twitchy. You know, she, like you, is a bit twitchy, but again, she is pretty. About appearance 3. She gives you. She is pale. That's one thing you do know. She's pale.
Okay.
She gives you kind of a measured stare. Yes.
Hello, I'm Alexis. I was summoned, and he will say this in Russian.
You are here to see Romanov. She will say perfect Russian, just effortlessly. But you do notice out of her there is a Ukrainian tint to the accent. You know, that kind of thick drool of a Ukrainian. That kind of
really?
Yeah. Yep.
Is it like Eastern Ukrainian or Western Ukrainian?
It is the one I think it's Western has the most ties to the Soviet Union. I cannot remember.
No, it'll be the Eastern.
Eastern. Yeah, thank you. It is Eastern Ukrainian.
Okay. In that case, because it is Eastern Ukrainian, there isn't that kind of look that he will give her. So it'll be like yes, I am here to see Romanov. He requests me.
There is a nod. Again, she does have a very friendly face, you will notice. She's very she is very nervous but she does have a face that you can almost like, oh yeah, you know what I mean?
So just like me, that thing that
Yes.
everybody recognizes.
Yeah. Very friendly looking, but she'll nod. Then come in. She'll take a step to the side. He is seeing someone, but he said for the guests that come to see him, you may sit and partake of the food.
Ah, very good. Thank you.
May I ask who has sent you? Or did you come of your own accord?
I received message on phone from this number. And Alexis will, take out his phone and show her the number.
She'll look down, takes out her own phone and examines it, and nods to herself. I will tell him then.
Excellent. Thank you. Do I need to check my gun?
Yes.
Well, here. And he will assume that she is the one who checks the guns. So he will, after the door is closed, because you don't want to be doing that kind of shit in the public. He will
Well,
then.
she pulls you to like what looks to be the cloakroom.
Okay.
And she does a thorough. You know the way you've been checked by a cop before?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like that. He's good. Like she
Okay.
proper. You got a proper fucking pat down.
Okay. So, if possible, Torna, Alexis would like to. So Alexi would very much like to try and hide something, but
Give
Alexis.
me a wits larceny roll.
Oh, whoa,
if you're
whoa,
trying to hide.
No. Alexis. So basically, the conversation goes, Alexis, we need to hide something. We can't be in there naked. No, Alexi, it'll be fine. Trust me. It will all be fine. Besides, we are big man now. It's okay. So, charisma winning out over paranoia. He will hand over his gun, his switchblade, and his little itsy bitsy pocket knife.
to take it all and put it in very neatly in a little kind of fold up bag. Puts it very neatly in a drawer again. So neat, so professional. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like that. We like that.
It's your turn. There is many seats, and you are feel free to interact with any of the guests that come in.
Oh, good. Thank you.
She just gives a smile.
By the way, what is your name?
I am Anna Volokov,
Anna
childhood
Volk.
of
Oh,
Brooks of Clan Bruja.
Hey, very good to meet you. Your sire, he is very unique. I like him. He's very good.
He is good man. She says that very controlled. Very controlled.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. I listen. Wait, what was her name? Kalishnikov?
Volokov.
Volokov. Thank you. Listen, Miss Volokov, I will let you do what you do. Very nice to meet you.
I do not know you.
Actually, no. You were not at the Lyceum, were you?
I was, but it was different one when I was introduced.
Ah, I see. Okay. Well, pardon me for being so rude. I did not mean to. I am Alexis. I probably could figure out my last name. I just don't care to. Uh, I
She just gives
forgot
it
that.
kind of like that kind of raised eyebrow, like, huh. You know what I mean? Okay.
I It slipped my mind after the embrace. Don't ask me why. Clan Mulcavian, if that's any answer for you.
You are friends with Alice?
Yes. Yes, I am. How do you know her?
I met her when I was still human. And she was at Elysium.
Well, okay. Met her when you were still human. Very interesting. Very good. Okay.
She is nice girl.
Oh, yes. Alice is true sweetheart. True person. Very good.
She just nod very sagely. She kind of just with gesture. I'm assuming you need to go in. I will be with my grandmother if you need to talk to me.
Uh, uh, do you mean the mother of Brooks, or do you mean your mortal grandmother?
She kind of peer in. My grandsire? She said to call
Oh,
her grandmother.
this is no problem. Pardon me for being so rude.
She kind of looks embarrassed, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, that type of look.
Oh yeah. No, Torna, we all of us
Yeah,
kindred have that look from time to
yeah,
time.
it's kind of that's you get the impression she's not. She's pretty new to the club.
Hmm. Well, for what it's worth, after he's given her the guns and the knives, um, Alexis is going to just unbutton the single button on his on his jacket and sit down.
And you sit down, and you
His
get
jacket.
brought. You get brought, a menu, and fancy.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
I
So,
would assume. Mhm.
mhm.
Yes.
What are you doing? What are you hoping to assume?
Well, I would assume that by partake of the food, none of it is fit for kindred, right?
You would have to ask Romanov.
Right. And unfortunately, I'm not being able to see him just yet.
Just yet. You
I
do
have the
see.
megalomania flaw, Torna.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what that means for this situation, because
Romanov is the clan whip of Bruja.
yeah.
You get the impression is you are still a low neonate. How much you are the neonate? he will get to you before he gets to the others. Of course,
Okay.
he could be, for all you know, he could be meeting an Ancilla.
Hey, you're right. You're right. Business is business, and rank is rank. One day, soon, one day,
One day
I
you'll
will.
be the whip of Clan Malkavian.
Shit, I'll rule the whole city, man. One
Exactly.
day.
So you kind of sit there contented with your smugness. You're like, yeah, plodding almost.
Alexis plotting. Ha! Ha!
I am so.
I'm a Clan Malkavian.
So as Alexis, meanwhile, Palpatine's in the corner, and we will cut to Alice, who pulls up with Alec. Outside again, this similar place, very subtle, very, and so I'm gonna say it's just you're not expecting. You're like I imagine Alice was expecting this grandiose thing, but no, it's
She kind of did.
I could just lean over in the car. We are here.
Alice like looks down at herself, looks at the building, glances back down at herself, glances back at the building. Because she was given the impression this is a I mean she knows this is supposed to be a very nice place and it's very fucking deceptive. So she's like looking down and to be fair, she's dressed something along these lines. Like she's dressed nicely.
She look over at Alec, and when she looks over at Alec could turn and say to her, "Making it too fancy attracts the wrong kind of attention."
Wouldn't we attract more attention walking and looking like this than I don't know if it was
We are a couple going to a bathhouse. It's quite common.
to dress fancy for a bathhouse.
We could be just coming from dinner.
I guess so.
It's common around here. Most of the rich people, they have dinner. They go to bathhouse. They relax. They open saunas before they go on, even before drinking sprees. It's actually quite common.
I will take your word for it.
It's a cultural thing. Give a smile. Very easygoing,
Yeah,
Again,
I mean,
he's much like this, except his shirt's a bit nicer and all that. But he's dressed nice.
yeah. I mean, she smiles over at him. It's just one of those things where it's like, this is so clearly above my pay grade. In my life up till now, I would have no fucking idea.
Just play it natural. Everything will be fine. Romanov and the Roman baths you can eat, right? Yes. Yeah. So you'll actually really enjoy it.
I believe you.
Romanov is good man.
He was a perfect gentleman.
He is. He's one of the few left.
You know him well?
I've known him since, well, he kind of spreads his hands since the whole thing when I first met him in Elysium when I was young.
Oh.
But our clans have mixed dealings. But he has always been a respectful man to anyone who shows him respect.
Well, all right.
Rumor has it, he smirked to himself, that he gets many of the women of the court very confused by his ways. Smirks.
She, like, squints over at him playfully, like, what? I don't see what's confusing about being a gentleman.
In this day and age?
Okay, fair.
His grandsire, his sire is a good woman, but mother and her do not get along.
It's just kind of that little nod of like, oh, noted.
But I hear they are very good friends with your clan.
Well, here's hoping.
They're very good friends with your clan. He's just getting out of the car.
She kind of grins. Otherwise, this would be awkward as she's getting out of the car as well.
And you walk up, you knock on the door, and again, this woman answers. Same little twitchy little stare.
I mean, she gets a bit of a smile almost immediately because recognition. That's a person whose face I know. Yay! That, and let's be fair, even if she's twitchy, she's looking a lot better than she did the last time she saw her.
Oh, hello.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Yes. She nodded Alec very politely. I'm assuming you're coming in.
Please.
She kind of steps to the side.
Yeah, she go ahead and do that little shuffle inside.
Yeah, Alex walks in, closes the door behind him. She gives a grateful little nod. Are you here for the food, or are you here to see someone?
I was invited a while back, so I gave a call.
You are here for the food.
Yeah.
Just nod.
Just
I am helping my uncle do a few services,
yeah, of course. You
She
look
smirks.
great.
He said that I should wear a dress which complements who I am.
Do you feel it compliments who you are?
I do not know yet.
Makes you smile.
Brooks does not know I'm here. He would worry. But I decided that since my grandmother was here too, that if he had a problem, he could take it up with her.
Sounds like a solid plan.
Just gives a sage nod, like, yeah, I thought of this.
Yeah.
Your clanmate is here too.
There's like a pause and a blink. Oh.
Alexis?
Oh. Yes?
Do not. He looks a bit sick. Is everything alright with him?
There's like that brief, like, you know how the eyes tip, even like if they don't roll up, like they kind of tip up a little bit when you're thinking. So there's like the brief tip. I think so.
She just
Last I
nods.
saw.
She just nod, like she's just gonna accept it as I've seen kindred are weird. That type of nod.
Yeah, there's the nod back, like, yes, exactly. I hear your thought and I agree with it.
There's a few others here, but Romanov is currently in a meeting. He'll be out in like about 10 minutes.
I feel like the wait is hardly going to be strenuous. It's a really
There's
nice place.
plenty of tables. Go down the stairs and turn left, and waiters will serve you. If you need to feed, you'll have to wait till Romanov comes out. He oversees all that,
And there's like the cursory glance up, like when someone's like, "Oh, would you like a wine bottle tonight?" type thing. She kind of glances up to see if Alec is okay, but I mean, she.
Alex just kind of shrugs and he'll say, if I'm in mood, I will talk to Romanov. You just give Anna a smile and she'll smile back.
And yeah, she just kind of gives the little gesture of like, "I'm good," essentially.
She just not. It's kind of like the cursory, like she's supposed to ask that question, it's that type of thing. Well,
here's a question. I would like to P&E her while she's asking about that.
Do go right the fuck ahead.
I'm gonna do it. Because I seem to remember some twitchiness. Oh my god, I can go back to the Boston roller. So happy. Well, it's only one.
She feels ways about asking that.
Yep. No, there's just a little gesture like, "Nah, I'm good." And she will not comment.
Actually looks fucking relieved that you said, no, I'm good. She's like, okay, good. You know what I mean? One success.
Aw.
It is done. I will be over with my grandmother if you need to talk to me. There are a few people around, and it is mostly us tonight. So you do not need to worry.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you get a moment free, it'd be great to touch base with you if you're game for it, but I won't interrupt.
Just nods idly. I will need to do check on him.
Oh.
And you, too. She gives
Okay.
like apologetic, like I'm sorry.
It's just kind of the shrug of like, okay. And she'll slide her arm out of Alex because I imagine that's how they've been standing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get patted down professionally, police style. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's something she's had to tolerate enough before that like she doesn't look any kind of way about it and probably knows how to stand properly, so just assumes the position as it were.
Alec doesn't have any weapons on him, and he just she just nods over, and Alec hangs up his coat, and you guys go down the stairs. And for both of you, because I have the picture for it, this is what the downstairs looks like in some aspects of it. A bit more
Oh god.
expansive rooms, a bit more longer. Everything's bright. Everything's nice. You know what I mean? It kind of takes you by surprise when you walk down the stairs. I was like, whoa. You know?
Oh yeah. The big eyes happen. It's involuntary. She's not even like I'm not gonna roll to hide it. It's too good.
But give me a perception alertness, and I will tell you what you see. And Nick can make the same roll, but it'll be to see Alice and a few other people that are there as well.
2.
So we got 2, and what do we got from Elnick?
He also seems to have 2.
All right, 2 successes. Oakley dokely, guys. So the first 2 people you will see, let me just get them real quick, are these 2 people here. They are sitting at a table together. Of course, that's Anna. This woman, though, is a lot more sleeker looking than Anna is. She is older looking than Anna is, but about maybe like a year or two, like early to mid 20s. She's smaller, small little woman. Definitely a distinctive look. It's like a mix of Russian and oddly Irish. Um, yes, it is site based, so 4 successes. That's even better. But you see those 2 sitting together. Anna kind of nervously sits down beside her, and she gives a smile. This woman is very easygoing, very piercing stare, very piercing stare. And for then we will, let me just grab them real quick. It has been a while. For Alexis and Alice with the 2 successes, you see this guy sitting down, very relaxed, eating out of one of the plates. He seems to be on his own, and he seems very, easygoing, not too fussed. You do notice that somebody else is there because you can just tell because they've left like a jacket on the chair. You know what I mean? When someone's like maybe gone off somewhere. You know what I mean? It's that type of vibe. And for Miss 4 successes, there are very distinctive paintings around. One of the paintings in the center of the room, kind of handing up right there, is a woman who looks like this. She's right smack back dead in the center of it. It's a beautiful painting. You'll actually feel a squeeze of your hand from Alec as well.
How old is this painting, or like big? Like, is this obviously something that's like been kind of toned by time, or is it reasonably new and still like full color?
It has been toned by time into the wall itself.
Oh, okay.
But you feel the squeeze of Alec's hand if, I'm not sure if you're looking directly at him and following his eyes, but you'll feel that tug of the cold hand.
Oh yeah. She responds almost immediately. She'll glance over, and yeah, if he's looking somewhere in particular when he does it, she'll follow it.
Right at the painting.
She'll give a light squeeze back.
Yeah, I'm assuming you 2 go to find the seats. And for Alexis, you see Alice and, well, the hound, Alec, the blonde man, Toreador.
He has to immediately wonder if they're here to see Romanov.
Oh, well, Alec is a hound. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You would only assume.
yeah. Where do they go?
Where do you head, Alice?
Well, I have two questions. Is there like an obvious, like, not necessarily like staff only entrance, but like back room, like audience
There's
area,
back.
like something
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
All right. And how are people situated around the room by comparison?
These two have the two booths on their own. You know what I mean? That type of thing. There's like the inner booths, like very comfy chairs. You know what I mean? They're kind of sitting like across from each other. This man is sitting on like the kind of wooden chairs that I referenced in the pictures. Like you can see them there. He's sitting on his own, but it's clearly obvious he's with somebody. You know what I mean? And then most other people are kind of lounging about. You see maybe one or two people who are waitressing staff kind of hang about. But generally, either you can sit in these kind of more suave kind of boots, or you can sit like a chair and a table. Alexis is kind of sitting more in the darker area, so he's in a booth, you know?
Out of curiosity, is Dude Bro sitting near the audience area, like with the whatever back room?
No, he's actually sitting up close to the painting, like but not by design. It's almost like he just plonked himself there. You know what I mean?
Honestly, Alice will kind of let Alec, take lead since he's got the arm. But
Alec heads to the audience, which is the furthest away from that painting.
All right.
You just get settled down and you get handed a menu by a waiter and all that, and oh boy, you know what I mean? That is, some of the food is very hard to read because some of it is in Russian. But you look at the price, you're like, you know what I mean? You make that noise probably under your breath.
I feel like even with a good roll, the eyebrows do the tiniest little pop up, like, oh. And that's assuming you don't just look at it and cry, like.
Like just smiles and he just goes, I got this if you need to.
Whew.
I can help you translate some of the words too.
You know what? I feel like even if you translated, you'd know most of these dishes better than I would. So I'm just gonna go on your recommendation.
Points to the borscht. It's
Gotcha.
homemade.
See, I knew this was a good idea.
And so, what are you two doing then? Like, what are you doing then? As time starts to pass, the wine gets poured for the two Alec and Alice, and so what are you doing?
Well, I drank a lot of blood the last time I drank blood, Torna, so I feel like I'm okay. But I like Alice and Alexis walk into a bar. Honestly, I don't really feel like talking to anybody.
Okay, you're just here to see the man.
I'm here to do what I'm here to do, Torna. I'm here to advance myself, not to socialize with others. Until this person walks in. Hello? No, I'm just kidding. She's off limits.
And both of you see this woman walking out from one of the back rooms. What you can assume actually is a bathroom. She again has the crutch, taking it very slowly towards the man that was sitting near the painting. And she'll give him a reassuring little playful smile as she sets it back down. So he gets up to help her down as well. Alice would know her. That is Maggie.
Yes, it is. I'm not going to interrupt her. For all I know, she's here to have a good time too.
But Alexis, you can see that she has a crutch. And she's moving slowly. Actually, no, Alexis, you do know that's Maggie. Yeah, you recognize. You've met Maggie before. That is Maggie.
Yeah, I got shot in the leg because I put my arm around her. I remember her very clearly.
Did you remember she was quite nice even then?
Yeah.
And you do know from local gossips, though, for your megalomania, she's a very popular neonate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, after some time, the man himself does come out. The person who he's meeting with is not come out there. You can see he was talking to someone coming out of the room. But he himself, boom, you see him. There he is. He's walking out, looking around, like, washing his hands off something clearly, very calmly. He looks around, and both of you will see him.
Pardon as Katie is chewing.
So he'll just take a glance around, sees the people, and just kind of nods himself, kind of reasonably happy. Sees Alexis, kind of walks up to him first, and will kind of sit down very slowly in the seat across from you. Again, for Alexis,
please, Torna. Alexis will get up, will get up to greet the the obvious senior in the room, because that's how you do things back in the old country.
oh yeah, you walk up and greet him, and he shakes your hand. Like, I mean, that grip is like fucking steel. You know what I mean? Just boom. It's good to see you.
Very, very good to see you, Romanov. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for accepting the invitation, little one.
Well, what can I say? I am here for both our causes. Yes.
Sit down. Sit down.
Of
Pat
course.
you on the shoulder.
Very
And
slow.
not hard. Not hard, but man,
right.
he had iron fucking grip, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's a shitload of potence. I'm just gonna put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you sit down.
Yeah.
He folds his hands, and you see, you see the tattoos on his hands.
I would like to roll. Well. I mean, if there's anything I don't recognize, I'll roll streetwise, like intelligence.
Roll me streetwise for the one on his right hand, right in the palm, right in the top part of the palm near the knuckles.
Streetwise and okay.
Intelligence.
Excellent. That's one success.
The sickle and crown means king.
Ooh, damn. Okay.
That is an old tattoo. Those types of tattoos were going around in the 30s, maybe 20s, from the early days.
Torno, I have never even met someone old enough to have that tattoo. So I'm just kind of like, oh shit, fuck me. Okay, then.
Old school Russian. That is revolution Russian, if you get what I mean.
No, I know. I understand.
That means king.
Okay. Yeah, so Alexis sits down and he notices the tattoos, and he will begin he will ask, start off with pleasantries by asking, so boss, how was your night so far?
It has been good. Visitors and good food and better company. Things are difficult in the city, but at least things are, busy at least.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Our people are all right. Yes, no one going missing so far.
There has been some difficulties, of course. Perhaps this is why I called you here. After all, the sheriff is very eager to have the youth helping, and you were recommended.
Well, I mean, I personally can understand why I would be recommended. I have some experience with this type of thing.
You do. That is why you were recommended.
So
there is more difficult things out there. There is a reason why you have been called here, as well as one of my own, my granddaughter, grandniece. And the little Malkavian girl is here. That way, two of you are both reliable members, and with one of the new Bruja, well, I have orders and you have orders.
Yes. Yes, yes, this is true.
The hound is here, yes, but the sheriff is wanting to make sure that there is many eyes.
Hmm. Well, I certainly can be your eyes if you need me to.
The docks are causing issue and people are vanishing. Things are down in the deep. I want you now to track someone. She's been seen on the docklands. Pretty thing. Hard to catch.
Hmm.
But what she leads them into, we do not know. So I want you to find him. Find her. Do what you can. If you can bring her alive, do, but I want information.
Very well.
We cannot go cracking heads yet. That is not good business.
No, no, no. Too early. Far too early to be doing that.
And of course, we have the masquerade to consider as well. Things must have a delicate hand before we bring down the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
But first, before I send you both off for that, it slaps the side of your cheek. Mingle. Enjoy yourself. Get to know us in Clan Bruja. Our clans have a very prominent relationship. And you are a bright young man. Your sire, while eccentric, is from a very prestigious line. You share that same prestigious aspect. So, I feel it would be beneficial for you to walk around and get to know us, get to know the hand that you have been extended. That way, you and I and our clans can be friends. We Russians understand friendship, do we not?
I would say we Russians understand friendship better than any other person in the world, any other culture.
Good. So, once you have finished, I will take you to back room with your companions and we will talk properly. But first, I want you to enjoy yourself. Sense of home, no?
Oh yes, yes, yes. Sense of home is good. By the way, this is out of character, Torna. Where would I place his accent?
Oh, boy. His is deep Russian. In fact,
Oh.
what freaks you out? Petersburg. He talks with a very powerful tone to his voice. Very powerful. It's as if you're speaking to royalty. That rich, deep accent. It's like you're talking to a king.
I understand now, Torna. But Alexis.
But for Alexis, man, you would put him around St. Petersburg.
Okay.
It's that deep, that deep Russian. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the deep Russian. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, all right then. I suppose I will go mingle.
And don't forget, if you need to feed, there are vessels downstairs, but treat them kindly. Remember that you must be respectful to the women. Always. They are not to be spoiled.
But of course.
Good. We may be better than them, but we do not treat them poorly. Then they would not be what they are. We will not be who we are. We must have a balance in ourselves as the one. That way we rule, and not be tyranny.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, you speak of wisdom. You speak wisdom. I like this. I will keep
We are
that lesson
from
in mind.
we are from the old world. We know the passing of time more than anyone, and the snows that melt with it. It just gives you a
Mhm.
very congenial little smile. But Manda's like, I mean, he's so pleasant. It's the eyes, man. That is a warning. You know a Russian warning. You know what I mean?
Oh, a very, very Russian warning if I've ever heard one, dude. Oh. Oh yes, 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 and the snows that melt them. Yeah, okay. So Alexis will respond only with a nod and a smile.
Just smile warmly and pat you on the cheek again, very friendly. I will leave you. I did see the little other Malkavian girl, and I am glad that she is here. I must be a good host.
Of course, of course. And Alexis will stand up as he gets up to see him off and respectful European type stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. All proper respect. And he puts his hands around his back, behind his back, as he's walking towards Alice's table.
Yeah.
What are you
You're
doing
done.
before I get to Romanoff and
Ah,
Alice?
well, in that case, I'm actually gonna go see some of the vessels downstairs. I'm
You
not
go
hungry, but
downstairs.
I'd like to stay not hungry.
You go downstairs, and in there is actually a bathhouse, and there are women there. And again, they are not treated badly, but they are sitting there in the bath. It's that type of thing.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
relaxing, very comforting. Everything feels so pleasant.
Hmm.
But it is women, no men.
Right, right. I'm gonna go ahead and just yeah, we don't need to role play anything
Oh yeah,
here. I
yeah, yeah.
just need to. I'm going to take one blood point from two different women.
But what's interesting, actually, Nick, none of these are Russian women.
Really?
Georgian, Ukrainian, Lithuanian, Romanian. None of these are Russian women.
Hmm. Well. Oh, okay. That's
It's
interesting. Hmm.
just a little something there.
Hmm. Well, certainly I will. Well, I mean, hey, just because they're not Russian doesn't mean I'll.
Oh no,
Yeah, yeah. No, no. With respect, of course. With respect and pleasantries and
I'm assuming you just take like two. You don't try. You're not trying to like engorge off these things.
No, 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 no. Actually, that is why I'm taking one off
Okay,
two women.
beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
take your time and have a bit of blood as the camera pans back up as Romanoff walks over to your table. Alice, you see him.
I have a question for you because, admittedly, while Alexis has been talking, I mean, Alice was invited here to just enjoy the place, and she is. She's taking it in. She has probably purposefully sat in such a way to make sure that Alec is not facing the painting, since he seems to want to be the fuck away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and honestly, she'll glance up and offer a smile as Romanoff is approaching, and probably use Alec as a gauge on whether she should be standing or remain sitting.
Oh,
She,
Alec gets the fuck up, like boom, up.
yeah, and she
But
will
when
just.
he does, he'll go, no, 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 Alice, you sit down. Gives a smile, such a gentleman smile.
And yeah, she starts to just smoothly rouse up and has stayed at it, and yeah, just eases back down.
Him and
And
Alec
smile.
actually hug each other. They're very like tap, tap, tap. You know what I mean? You see ice breaking off the both of them actually, which is interesting. They both have the similar flaw.
Oh, he has the same effect like
Yep,
on Alec's clothes.
yep.
Oh God, I didn't. Oh, he wore gloves. So,
So they Alec gets a bit of jump, he gets a bit of jump, and they smile and nod, and Alex sits back down. Romanoff himself walks over, takes your hand, and gets to one knee and pats a gentle kiss on it, and stands back up again, going, "I'm so glad to see you."
I'm very glad to finally have the chance to come out. This place is just as beautiful as you made it sound.
I am glad that my humble decor could at least please you. It is always nice to see the youth so pleased by old beauty.
It absolutely does. And here's a question: when he does take the hand, is he? I assume he is not wearing gloves. If he and Alec
Yeah,
have
you
been
feel it.
sitting next.
Oh, you feel the cold.
Oh yeah, it's. I mean, I'm tempted to say like invite a P&E because yeah, it's. She finds it very soothing. So yeah,
Well,
when
but
he takes the hand and especially kisses the back of the hand, it's just like, yes, this is good. There's no jolt. There's no shocked reaction. Admittedly, she hangs with
yeah,
Alec, but
he sees it. He just nods to himself. Doesn't get again so perfectly calm. Doesn't say anything about it, you know.
Mhm.
But he will then just very calmly say, "I trust you are enjoying the food."
it is amazing, and there are so many things here I've never tried.
It is food from old country. Got a chef that appreciates the same aesthetics that we do.
Then I'm even gladder to know it is that much more accurate to home.
I turn and smile at Alec and say something in Russian. And Alec will nod, and Alec will point to going like at the back room. Romanov will nod again, and Alec will just turn to us. I will be back in a moment.
Yeah, she just gives a light nod, like, cool, do your thing, essentially.
Alec will walk down the fucking into the back room very calmly, very hands in the pockets. Romanov will gesture at the seat where Alec was, very politely towards you.
No, of course.
Sits down very carefully, folding the jacket, And how are you doing then, little Alice? Better than we last met?
Oh, yes. Thankfully, I have not had any similar incidents.
Thankfully. He gives a genuine smile. I see you have moved up in the world at least, bringing a Toreador hound to my door and everything. At
There's
your arm, no less.
a
Gives like a
cheeky
little
little
smile.
grin. What better company could I bring?
Depends on the company. I was expecting your sire, but the sight of Alec is always nice to see. Grins back at her. At least you chose well in Russian, man. It's that playful little smirk.
Yeah, she is. She's not bashful. You're bashful. In my defense, Ivy has been very busy.
She is busy. That is her job, to be busy, I figured. But smirks.
I
It
did
is
try
good to
to
see
read it.
that.
Oh, sorry.
I just say it's good to see that you're well.
I'm doing my best. The nights are more interesting than I counted on. But
I have heard. In fact, it is very fortuitous that you are here, little Alice.
oh, is it?
I believe so. I hear that you have some experience with some of what the young ones are trying to catch and figure it out.
I suppose it depends on which they're trying to catch, but very possibly. And if you've heard it, very probably.
Well, seeing as you're here, would you mind helping an old man?
Of course.
Smiles. Perhaps you could wait around. Your friend Alexis and little Anna are very eager to go do a certain thing, and I value expertise. I would see it as a great favor for me if you could do this.
Of
You would do an
course.
old man a great service.
Of course.
Reaches over and kisses your hand again, very, very softly, very, again, like royalty, Like from something from a fucking Jane Austen novel, you know what I mean?
No. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, she's flattered. The way he behaves, yeah, she's starting to see what Alec was talking about. To be fair, she got only half a dose the first time she met him, and she was already shook.
Again, like your sire, you are a blossom of kindness.
I'm glad I can follow in her footsteps.
You should more be worried about falling in their own, I think, little Alice. That is the sign of a true lady.
Oh, I have found plenty sidetracks of my own.
Good. I'm glad to see that.
And I did see Anna. She looks wonderful.
Just smile softly at Anna. You see a genuine smile. Very fatherly, actually. Anna is a good woman. Brooks, he is my brother, but he is a very loud man. But she is gentle, treads her steps softly. They complement each other well.
I'm glad.
We lost many during the war. I'm glad that she fills a hole that we once needed.
Oh,
War takes a lot from us, little Anna.
she just nods. I've heard more than one story of loss.
We have all lost here. It just depends on what you do with it. And how you carry it.
Suppose there's only so long that you can cling to a loss before you decide you need to free up at least one of your hands.
We have the beauty of time to share in the grief, but also the beauty of what came with that loss. And to look back on it after. Time is a curse, but also a great, great thing. And remember that.
I'll try. Knowing that so much of it stretches ahead potentially is daunting.
Then do not think of it stretching. Think of it like a book that you can open again and again. This time with each fresh eye for each century.
And he's already talking in centuries, and she's just, I mean, between his personality and his way of speaking, yeah, she's just kind of in awe of the whole thing. That and the concept alone is kind of mind blowing for a pretty, like, reasonably fresh neonate.
Maybe a decade will suit your pace better.
Baby steps.
Smiles. Well, an old man should not keep you waiting. I trust you wish to mingle.
Oh my god, sorry, I started to say something and it just went to complete gobbledygook in my head. I would certainly not be against it and had hoped for the chance.
You smile. There are adventure here, which is always fun. You will not have the same relationship as they do with me, but that is the clan we are, I think.
Sorry. It is what it is, and better to learn quickly, yes?
Ventru will always make sure you do. That is their way. But just remember, not all kings wear a crown, and not all kings deserve to wear one.
There's like, she doesn't think about it, even though it's kind of a silly gesture, and she does that little thing where you bring up a finger and like tap the side of your nose, like, aha! Because she remembers history class. Noted.
Primogen is here also.
Oh?
Went over to the woman with Anna. Mother,
Oh.
That is Alexis Murphy, Primogen of Clan Bruja.
I may have to thank you for preemptively keeping me from sticking my foot in my mouth.
Alexis is a good woman. She would laugh at you and share the drink.
There are very few things I value above a good sense of humor.
You should go see.
I think I will.
Or would you like a dance?
Dance. Depends
Of
on the-
course. It is tradition that the host offer a fresh new guest, especially a lady, to dance. I would be not who I am if I did not at least offer. You have to understand this, Alice. This is a matter of life and death for me.
She's smiling by the end of that. I can't promise to know how, but as long as you can lead carefully, I can try very hard not to step on your feet.
Stands up. And again, it's like something out of a fucking War and Peace novel, you know what I mean? Does the bow and extends the hand. Perfect,
yeah.
like perfect. Like this is talking etiquette 4 type perfect.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So outclassed. Ugh, it hurts. Yeah, she will take the hand and let him pull her up, and yeah, we'll just pray to God he can take the lead on where to walk, how to dance, because
You ready for Romanoff dance pool?
I am not ready. And he is not ready for my tiny dance pool.
Celerity.
Oh, Jesus. I don't have that, cheater.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 successes.
Oh, God, I probably shouldn't roll. I'm scared of botching. I can't afford to spend willpower. I'm just going to roll it. Oh, thank God.
And he will make one more roll because you know what? He's motherfucking Romanov. That's why. It's that one, yes? Yep, it is that one. Oh boy, that's actually a pretty fucking high pool for him. All right, Alexis and Alice, what are your willpowers? Current.
2.
My willpower currently is 4.
Okay, so as you're standing up, and I mean, he takes Alice up by the hand, and that is a near like 10 success. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 9 success roll to dance, along with Alice's 2. That is 11 successes of just slow, very professional Russian waltzing ballroom type swinging, and people are dancing as well. You do see that. It's not just you guys dancing like a bunch of fair fucking weirdos. No, people do dance. But he, again, for Alice, you are wow. You feel that subtle draw because Alexis, even you can't help but turn and look at Romanov. The people in the sitting down turn to look at Romanov. One or two don't. They keep going on about their own business, but most people do. Alexis, you can't even. Like it's just very subtle. You just can't help but look over and appreciate that. Appreciate that old Russian way of doing things. You know what I mean? That old school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That there's respect there. That's what you feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Respect and awe. And for Alice, well, you're kind of you're like, whoa. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm going to say that for the lack of a better way to put it, this just hit like I don't know, fairy tale levels, because this is so out of modern era. This is stuff that, you know, the type of dance and everything is it's out of time. It's out of culture. So yeah, honestly, I feel like she's just completely in awe of that, the composure, just all of it. It's kind of like, holy shit, I'm in a Disney movie.
And again, it feels almost very sad. The music itself is sad but beautiful. For Alexis, you know how sad Russian music can be.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
eventually, as you stop, as you know, you're kind of almost tilted back, Alice. You kind of stare up into the eyes, and the eyes themselves are sad. So that's what probably leaves you the more in awe of the whole thing. It's so very sad. As you kind of stand back up, you just smile at you very. Then the sadness leaves his eyes in a split second. He'll smile at you. You are not a bad dancer, but you need to work on your confidence.
I have only recently decided to learn to dance.
You need to work on your confidence, that is all. But you will be a fine lady once you do that.
Thank you.
Thank you for indulging an old man. You kiss her hand. Now I will let you mingle and not be keeping you all to myself.
Thank you for showing me.
Thank you for listening. You start to just, wander to go over, talk to another table. So what are you two doing then, before we get to the serious business of the evening?
Na na na.
Well, Alexis. Hmm. Playing a low humanity vampire is incredibly difficult. Um, I suppose. Well, who's in? I mean, after I feed and all that, who was in the room besides Alice and Alec?
This man, these two, this woman, and the man who's beside her.
Hmm. Well, I'll go to Maggie, I suppose.
You walk over. She actually gives a smile when she sees you.
Maggie, it's good to see you.
Rises to stand up a bit slowly out of the chair, keeping the crutch in her hand.
Oh, no, 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 no. Don't trouble yourself. Please, please, please.
No, I got it.
And Alexis will wait patiently for her to, stand to greet him, and then, greet her with a, with a, with a firm, I don't know, man. I can't give an American greeting. I got to give like a Russian greeting. So Alexis, I suppose, will, shit. I'm actually not very cultured on Russian culture. He will greet her like a Russian, whatever form that takes. I'm sure, like,
Are you pulling a Romanov? Are you going to do the proper thing, Alexis? That's the big question. You got to pull a Romanov. You going old school on this shit.
fuck no. I have one etiquette.
I mean, if you're a megalomaniac, you're even
You know
more
what?
suave than Romanov is.
You're right. You're right. I am more suave than Romanov is. In that case, yes, I will.
All right, give me that charisma etiquette, buddy.
Jesus. Okay, dude. The one thing about Alexis is that his dice rolls are either fours or fives with like no in between. That's two successes. Oh no,
Hey,
that's three. That's three.
3 successes. That is not a bad fucking. That's not bad, man. You come over and you're like, Maggie, no, and she gets up eventually, and then you so gently take the hand and kiss it and give her a deep bow. You know what I mean? It's very like it's not like it's not like as smooth and natural as Romanoff, but when you turn that charm on, you know what? You actually do get a little smile off her.
Oh holy shit. Okay. Okay. Oh god. Maggie, what brings a wonderful woman like yourself out to such dangerous territory? Of course, in here you're safe, but in this neighborhood, who knows?
How could I say no to the food?
Ah, the food. The food was very good. Very pleasant.
And why are you here then, in such a dangerous neighborhood, Alexis?
Oh, well. Dangerous neighborhoods seem to become me. No, no, I kid, I kid. I am here on business, I was summoned.
By the man himself, I assume.
Indeed, by the man himself.
Just look over at Romanov, staring.
He is incredible dancer, is he not?
He is, but my dancing days are sadly over.
Please forgive me, I should not have brought it up.
Just gives it like a pcha. Please, Alexis. I'm no longer embarrassed. I wasn't much of a dancer anyway. Just the mangled leg now just makes it even more entertaining. I look like a limp donkey.
he's he's funny because he's self-deprecating. Yes, Americans are very good at that kind of humor.
Alexis, it's funny because it's yeah. Oh, that was good. Even Miles is trying not to laugh at that. He was like rubbing his chin like the other guy. It's like
Mhm.
that's pretty funny. Would you like to sit down with us?
Why, yes, of course. How could I say no to such an invitation?
Sits back down, and the guy will actually reach over and pull another chair over you to sit down.
And Alexis will gladly take it with a thank you very much.
He just extends his hand. Miles.
Very nice to meet you, Miles. I am Alexis. And Alexis will shake the guy's hand. Firm grip, I would imagine.
Firm grip, but nowhere near as iron as Romanov's.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, pardon me, please. Where are my manners? Alexis of Clan Mulgavian, and he'll say this in like a very hush hush kind of way, like because are there kind in this room? Yeah.
No. There's one or two maybe, but you get the impression some of these are ghouls.
Okay, well, still, I'll be like,
You keep it on the down low. Yeah.
yeah,
He'll lean
yeah,
over. Miles, a teller of Clan Venture.
Oh, okay. But listen, very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. How is how is Samson?
Well, he's Samson, isn't he?
Yes.
I think that should tell you all you need to know about Samson.
Yes. Maggie, is he as protective of you as ever?
Samson is just kind of hold up that fingers and kind of twiddle them idly. He likes to think he is.
Oh, I see. He called you his sister, didn't he?
Yes.
Yes.
We are from the same sire. Yes, Alexis. We are from Jonathan Conway, the Primogen.
Oh,
As
well.
is Miles. He is my brother also.
Oh, well. It seems your Primogen very much enjoys children, yes? He
Well, it
enjoys
isn't the way.
raising.
Miles is shrugging. I suppose it's been a venture, I guess. To make sure the crown stays on the right head.
Well, yes. You are correct. But, well, tell me, how is Clan Ventru? How is Clan Ventru dealing with these interesting developments?
We are managing. We always do seem to get ahead just to make sure we have the right head, if you get what I'm saying, Alexis.
Oh, of course. And of course, I do not mean to delve too deeply, It's not good to be sticking your nose too deep into other people's business. Am I right?
Oh, no, of course not. Just a very gentle smile.
Oh,
Absolutely not.
with Charisma 4, he doesn't intend to make it seem like they're interfering in his business. Just,
Oh,
like,
of course.
right.
Of course not. Yeah, oh, yeah, it's all part of the charm. Miles would just say, and how's Clan Malkavian?
Oh, well, we are very active. Always very active, but very active now with interesting developments coming around,
I bet you are, buddy boy.
Yes, well, with a sire like mine, Niall, you are never kept sleeping or resting. Never
We
rest.
both chuckle. I imagine not. Not with that crazy madman. No offense.
A madman he is. Crazy? Yes, he is that too.
And he just smiled. Miles will smile and Maggie will smile then. Maggie will just say, I take it you're here to help the investigation, I think. Then I reckon, Alexis. Smart man like you.
Yes. Smart? I don't know about smart. Skilled? Perhaps not. Average in all things? Okay, I will take average in all things.
Well, if you want to get ahead, maybe I could work something out with you.
Oh, some kind of trade deal. Okay.
Well,
Hey.
information for information, darling. How this
Oh,
game
I
works.
see. Okay. Miles, what do you think of such a deal? Should I turn her down? I don't think I should. I think I should say yes. What do you think?
You shrug. My sister's always good for her word. Depends on how you see her.
Well, I would very much like to see her, but I don't think Samson would very much care for me to be seeing her, yes?
All right, Nick. Oh boy. So you're chuckling away to yourself, right?
Yeah.
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 Yes. Doom, doom, doom. Maggie will lean over. And do you live in the shadow of my brother, or are you more interested in being the top man for your clan? That is 4 successive appearance subterfuge there, old bean.
Okay, okay. Well, Alexis and Alexi both look over to her, and Humanity 3, Torna, they can see that, that cage that all kindred build around the beast is, is like more than just a little rusty,
It is. But you do hear in the back of your head that beast going, oh yeah, I don't want to be under that shadow, that power. It's mine.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, Torna, I don't know if you remember, Alexis does know what car Samson drives and the license plate with a few words. Anyway, anyway, shake that out of your head. The reaction to it is, look over, all predatory. Oh, why, by all means, I'd love to be privy to your power games.
Leans over. Well, let's start off with a simple deal. First, can't run before you learn how to walk, dear Alexis.
Okay.
After all, and she rolls again. This time it's manipulation subterfuge. And the current willpower is that. Oh dear Jesus. Okay. Because after all, she smiles. Such a heavenly smile. After all, why wouldn't you want to be friends with me? Because, well, you and I are exactly the same. So why don't you lean back? Why don't you relax? Open up to me. And that, you know what, Alexis, that feels like a fucking great idea. Yeah. Let's see the deal. In fact, yeah, she has the idea. She's exactly like me. Power.
And Alexis, of course, will ask, so, for power's sake, what idea do you have? What is this deal? What information
Well,
are you looking for? What can I tell you?
what's your clan doing in the sewers?
Oh, well, we are looking for some kind of Sabbat types. I know they have at least one Nosferatu traitor among them. And they have a whole den of creatures locked into not just the sewers, but also the maintenance areas, old and new both. Why, just the other day, me and several others, but mostly myself, were fighting uh, creatures that look like from that movie Alien, you know.
Maggie will turn and nod to Miles, and he'll just pat her on the shoulder and get up, taking out his phone. Maggie will lean forward. Really? That is interesting.
Yes,
Did,
yes.
and what are you doing with Romanov tonight?
Well, he wants me to go investigate missing people. Around my area of expertise, the docks, is my territory.
Oh, the docks is your territory, is it? Wow.
Yes, I work there. I am big man. I'm sent from Russia just to manage docks here. Because people here do not know how to manage numbers like I do. I am the number man.
What's your willpower or again, current, Nick?
Current is 4 willpower.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She'll lean forward again, smiling. You're the man from Russia. Why don't you tell me about that? About what you do in the docks exactly. Where do you work? Like, what part of the docks? Like, do you have to make sure you have legal litigation and all that?
Legal litigation. What is wrong with you? Who am I with? I am with Romanov, of course.
Oh, you're with Romanov. Very interesting. So Clan Malkavian and Clan Brew have an alliance then?
An alliance? Oh, I don't know about that. I've never been told we have an alliance, but I've been told that we are not enemies, and that we are not adversaries. So why should I worry about who I associate with? Just like I've been told to not worry about hanging out with Clan Ventru is good. But listen, I was sent from Russia because I am numbers man. And here I am, embraced by Clan Malkavian. Maybe because I'm numbers man, who knows? Torna, with that dominate roll, did she get what she wanted, or should I be talking about something else?
For now, she seems happy. She hasn't hit you. She's hit you with mesmerize. So you're just chattering away. In fact, it feels good to chat. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, very good, very good. Now I understand. Yes. So I mean, with what I do, I mean, everybody basically knows me, and I basically know everybody else. I have my own office.
My.
Although recently, that Nosferatu traitor I was telling you about looks like a little girl, looks like it, about that size. Commands some kind of disgusting giant cockroach, half snake thing. I don't know what it is. But listen, she infiltrated my dockyard number 18, okay? Warehouse number 18. Because, that is where the Russian docks are. Numbers 1 through 36. Russian docks. Anyway, mine, number 18, was infiltrated by her. Oh man, the powers she commands, let me tell you. First, I saw a reflection of her old self before she was Nosferatu. No, I don't remember that. Never mind. I don't say that, Torna.
Okay. What Maggie will then say is, should just take a very easy going lean. You know, Alexis, when you're
Yes.
working, I've always found it difficult to do all the work on my own. Do you find that, or do you get help, or are you like me and try to just soldier on through it?
Ah, I don't trust any of these people here to do what I do or help me do what I do. You see, the problem is they keep so many of the educated people in Russia, and they don't really enjoy recruiting here as much because Russians who grow up in America grow up weak. But if you grow up in Russia, you grow up strong, you know. So, me, I grew up strong in Russia, but I also grew up smart in Russia. So they kept me there for a long time. But when they really needed someone with a capacity of doing numbers, they sent me over. So I came. Now I'll admit I'm not yet the best, but I do keep what we do on task and on track. All kept down in the books, you know. But going back to what you said previously, yes, I do bend rules here and there, make sure that legal authorities are pleased.
You must show me your book sometime. Smiles.
I'd be
Playfully.
glad to show you my books. Just come to dockyard number 18.
Well, maybe I'll do that. Just stand up. I have to take a phone call, but I'll be back. Pecks you on the cheek.
Of course, of course. Take your time, take your time. And as she starts to go away, Miles, she is a vixen, is she not?
Miles went out. Miles stepped off to go take a phone
Oh,
call.
okay, okay. Well, she said she'd be back, so Alexis will wait for her right here.
Right there.
Torna,
Oh.
I've been dominated. I'm waiting right here. I don't know I've been dominated yet, but I'm gonna wait right here.
So, you're waiting right there. Alice, what are you doing?
I suppose I shall be approaching the other table.
Okay. Okily dokily.
Probably trying to like make a point as she's heading that way of like trying to catch Anna's eye, like that kind of inquisitive look one does on the approach, like, am I interrupting something? Is this okay?
They seem to be talking, and I know, look, she again looks a bit twitchy. But this woman will turn to look at you first before you even get a proper look, and she'll just give you a very kind of that stare. It's very measuring.
I mean, the time for the meaningful look is over. So yeah, she just kind of, I mean, I'm not gonna say straightens up. It's not like she was doing the fucking creep, but you know, kind of recomposes and bows her head politely and looks to come over because at this point you have to at least introduce yourself properly.
Let's stand up. It's a tiny little woman, about 5'2".
Oh god, she's shorter than me.
But again, she's big. I wouldn't say she's massive, but she's got, a fairly athletic build. She shakes your hand. Oh, oh, oh.
Please tell me my hand is not now crushed.
No, but goddamn, you feel that boom. You know what I mean? Clasp of a feel.
Yeah, I mean, she will not play the strength game. She will make sure she gives, a proper solid handshake, but she's not going any further than that.
Oh, you just feel that solid, nice,
yeah.
big, firm handshake.
So much potence.
Hello.
Sorry, I keep blanking out right as I'm about to talk. Oh, good evening. I don't think I've had the pleasure of meeting you yet. I introduce myself.
I don't believe you have, no. You are Ivy Palmers, yes?
Yes. Alice Brigham.
Smiles and nods. I have heard much about you. Again, her accent's weird.
Yeah, I can already... There was a moment there where I went, bleh.
It's a mix of Russian and Irish. Like, it's that exact mix. It's a weird accent.
Good things I hope.
Well, I have heard from my little girl. She looks over and with a very, very motherly smile at Anna, gives a nervous little smile, that you helped her at Elysium.
I did try.
And I have just seen you dancing with my Romanov.
I have no idea how I kept up.
And I've heard that you are a friend to my other little grandson, Ethan.
It's been a while since I've had a chance to talk to him, but I'd like
He
to think
does not
so.
come here. It saddens me. He does not come here to see me.
I'm sorry.
She just shrugs. Gives it, you know what I mean? Shrug.
That just rolls it off.
Mm-hmm. You know how your generation are, at least. They don't waste time for the old women, you know?
Whatever the facts may be, I should hate to think of you as old.
Ah. Well, a wise answer.
I try to stay truthful, even when offering flattery.
She just gestures for you to sit down. She plonks herself back down again.
Yeah, she'll
You
take the seat she's been gestured to.
She's very bouncy, you know what I mean? Like very woof. You know what I mean?
Ugh. She don't look like an old lady. She don't move like an old lady. I'm calling
Whoa.
kibosh on the old lady.
Like she starts clicking her
Regardless of
fingers,
how
you know
old
what
she
I mean?
is.
Like she goes click, click, click. You know what I mean? Very live wire.
So not a nervous tick, just a lot of energy.
Lot of fucking energy.
Jesus.
But again, every movement she makes is so fucking effortless. You know what I mean? A lot of energy, but a lot of speed.
I'm sorry I missed you at Elysium.
I am normally at Elysium, but we had a little situation. So
Of course.
she kind of gives a gesture. It's so subtle, but Anna, you know?
Yep, that's why she doesn't even follow the gesture. She's just like, oh, of course.
But thankfully, everything is now put back into place, as most things do in life.
I imagine over enough time, almost anything falls back into place with a little guidance.
Enough time and the right word to the right face.
It's just kind of a nod because this is kind of her processing what they're capable of over a long enough span of time, which is still a stretch for her. So it's like that distracted nod of like, yeah, that actually,
But I see you have come here with the wild man known as Ali.
I did.
She gives a smile. Such a polite boy.
Very much so.
She gets out a very genuine chuckle. Not like his brother, though. His brother's quite rude.
Which one?
Damien. I think I am a bit more disposition due to the, the Irish.
I have to admit, you have an enthralling accent.
A Russian father, an Irish mother. In quite the potent mix when you think about it.
All I can think is I should have paid more attention in history class.
Nothing to do with history, it's more to do with you're born in, sadly.
Fair enough.
She gives a very little, smile. You know what I mean?
She's doing that thing where you're trying not to grin, it's sneaking out, but you're pretending you're being polite really hard.
But I understand you're doing work for my Romanov.
It does seem like it.
Well, that is good. I am glad that you and your clan are willing to help out, you know? It is always good to see the youth getting involved. I understand you're taking my Anna with you.
That does seem to be the case. I just heard about it tonight.
Wonderful. I trust you ladies will be able to take good care of the little man over there. She points at Alexis.
There's a faint smile. Because poor Alexis, man, he's had it rough the last time or two.
But he does seem to be getting on with the venture, so I imagine he's a very smart boy.
A very polarizing personality, but I'm glad to see him getting on. Kind of glances over because, I mean, hey, look, lively chatter. That seems good.
She'll lean in. So. I was always curious from what I've been hearing about you. She'll give you like a measured stare up and down. Her eyes kind of alive and jittery. I hear you deal with the dead.
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. Well,
Oh,
usually more indirectly, usually with results of the dead, but sometimes yes.
Well, perhaps you could, well, we'll see. Perhaps you could have a talk with some of my boys. I hear the dead have many tales. If that's what you're interested in, of course.
I'm not going to lie to you, it sounds very compelling to have a chance to be asked to do something I'm actually good at and trained in.
Good. You and Anna then will talk to Ethan when you're done.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Good. Very good. I'm glad you're agreeable. After all, we need to work together, don't we?
I can't see any reason not to be, and we're all living in the same city, aren't we?
That is positive mental attitude. See, Anna, that's what you need. Positive mental attitude. Gives her another very fond smile.
How's Anna looking at that?
Anna's like rubbing the back of her head like, yeah, positive mental attitude.
Oh, God. Is it the thanks, Mom? Talking
Yeah.
like that in front of my friend.
She pats your hand again. Whoo!
Just, potence. Right?
She leans in. You would want to be careful, though, little girl. There are many gossips about you. I hear Alex's brother is very interested in you, and he very interested.
There's kind of the slight, just that tiny, that minuscule narrowing of the eyes and curiosity. Which one this time?
Oh, you know how the Toreador are. Who's fucking who? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? What type of shoes are you wearing? Is that Louis? You know, she kind of will examine your fucking clothes as well.
I mean, for all I know,
It's a very good imitation of Caroline.
it's just like. But which one's interested?
I believe it is the brother. But who knows? I don't know for sure. I never know with the Toreador. But I do
There's-
believe Damien was very interested. I saw his other brother, Arthur, going to meet him about it, actually.
About me?
Well, I heard you were the topic of conversation, at least.
Oh. I'm just going to hope very hard that it was a pleasant conversation.
Why would you hope that it was negative?
Never quite sure I know what's going on, but
Ah, the beauty of youth.
is this a case of ignorance is bliss?
It's a case of if you choose to be ignorant, it can be quite blissful.
Oh no, I'm not choosing. I'm just waiting until something trickles through, I suppose.
Well, I once had a problem with that.
Oh?
Oh, yes. Men with loose tongues, women with even looser skirts. So many tales they sing. I had to roll up my sleeves.
Oh. I feel like the other party involved regretted that immensely.
Oh, no, we all had a drink and everything was fine. Such a sweet smile.
Oh. Oh, and she's just here like, man, I wonder how he drank it with his broken jaw. Jesus.
It depends on what you want in life. You can either pretend to be ignorant, or you can go out and take it. It all depends on you. Just don't wait around for it to come and get you. That's the worst part.
Hmm.
Because it never does come the way you expect it, unfortunately. If we did, well, then we'd be rich.
There's like that little glance around the room, like, are you kidding me? Look at this place. Oh my god.
You give the look around and she, like, poof, your head just kind of snaps around, like, man, that was fast. You didn't even see your hand move.
What happened?
She turned your head back towards her.
Blinks. Because that was fucking fast.
We did not get this place for waiting. We got this place by taking.
I'll take the advice to heart.
You are exactly like, not your sire, no. She likes to dance around till the words gets boring. No, you know who you remind me of?
Oh.
Felix. You're not as brash as he is, but you have the same mentality.
Do I?
Yes. You don't try to lie to my face or placate me. Ivy is a good woman, but she lies. She's happy. Every happy lies. Felix and you, little bit of now too. Although I never know what Niall's saying. It's probably the amusing part of it all. But you and Felix are very straightforward.
I learned very young to not try to tell lies I didn't think I could pass off. Just there's the playful grin, like so many timeouts, so much grounding.
Good. My mother taught me not to lie too. Except I was a wooden spoon, if anything. And a
Oof.
punch to the face.
Oh, goodness.
Everyone has to take a beating sometime, Alice. Depends on what type of beating you want.
Suppose at least it's straightforward.
I like it that way.
I'm seeing that.
Well, I shall leave you two ladies alone. I fear that the sheriff needs my attention, as per always. And of course, I trust you've been enjoying yourself in my Romanov's establishment.
Thank you kindly.
Stands up, gives you the peck on the cheek, and she just strides into the
Ooh.
back room. Very purposeful, you know what I mean? Very powerful walk on her, you know?
Any traits of note between having made physical contact, watching her for a minute, seeing how she moves? Like,
She's a bit pale. She's a bit pale. Like she feels like that kind of standard Kindred coldness.
yeah.
But when she moves, she commands respect. You know what I mean? You can tell this is Queen Bee. This is top dog. You know what I mean?
Look at her go.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why even Romanov gives her that respectful nod. Like this is, a Primogen when you see one.
Yeah. Jesus.
And I'll just give you like a little nervous look. I think she likes you.
There's the little kind of similar glance over. I really hope so. I would very much hate to be disliked by her.
Grandmother is not the type of woman to beat around the bush if she dislikes you.
She doesn't strike me as the type, no. Wow.
We are meeting, we will be meeting down in the docks in about a day's time. So tomorrow night.
All right. You know what we're doing? Or
Investigating. We are going to be investigating a woman who has been seen long, dark, curly hair. She has been tormenting some of our ghouls. People have been going missing.
And Torna, just to make sure, red dress, right?
Yep.
A woman in the red dress.
Nods.
I'm just gonna make a roll real fast. Don't mind me.
What you rolling there, buddy?
I'm just gonna hide how I feel about this. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. 4 successes of everything is fine. I've got the devil +1. God damn it, woman.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ironically, you were testing her on one of her best pools. She's a detective.
Yeah, it's that whole, well, I don't feel any way about that face. Yeah, she
will look
feels
over.
away.
She'll actually let out a bit of a small, like, at Alexis. Hey, you, kicks her fingers about 5 or 6 times. If Nick is if Nick is back.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
She's like, hey, you, Alexis,
Yes, what is it?
can you come over here, please?
No, because I'm waiting.
Alice kind of shoots him a glance like, are you for serious right now?
What?
Anna will
I'm
kind of say
waiting.
very firmly, Alexis, we need to talk to you about the job.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Hold on. So Alexis will find a napkin and take a pen out of his pocket and write down "Gone to talk about mission." Slash Alexis, and leaves it right there, and then
No.
goes,
You
"Hey,
head back.
Torna, there's nothing to awe about. You put me under the effects of dominate, sir. So don't awe. No, like
She settled down.
You're still getting the
What?
funniest side look of like, what the fuck even?
And Anna will say, why don't you start from the beginning, Alice?
Torna, please remind me.
Yeah.
Felix compelled her not to talk about it, didn't he?
Yeah. Keep it to the basics, is what he said.
Oh,
Don't tell them. Keep it to the basics. Don't tell them everything.
I've just seen her a couple times. Spoken to her twice now.
Okay.
She's something. More than she looks like. I don't know what she is.
Okay. Well, she's been sighted a few times. We could go down there tonight to get a base look. I do know from my friends that there was a body found, and if I let it go, we can maybe gain an access to it. We're meant to go down there tomorrow night, but if you want to start early.
If there's a body, fresher is probably better. Just, if we do see her, she has a way of getting under your skin.
I will
So,
keep that in mind.
cautious.
Do you have spare clothes?
She like glances down. No, I don't.
I have some.
You are my hero and a treasure.
Just look at Alexis. Do you wish to drive down there yourself, or do you wish to come with me and Alice?
I suppose I will have to go down there myself. I need to change.
Meet us at the lower end, just at the southern entrance, where they let loose some of the loose cargo.
Oh, there. Okay, I will find you.
Just be careful.
Hey, careful is my middle name.
Just a nod the head. Come on, Alice.
I used that expression correctly, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. There was another time that I didn't use it so correctly. I would prefer not to talk about it. Alexis will get his without any further words. Alexis will get his gun and 2 knives and leave.
She just will look over at us. Is he all right?
She kind of glances after him. I guess to a certain point, like Sarah, like Childer, he's. I can't say he's predictable.
God, you just hear in the back of your head, God, lads, mate. It echoes around the fucking thingy.
Oh, yeah.
God, lads, mate.
Thus the vagary and just. I can't say he's predictable. How about that? I couldn't tell you.
It's a sage nod. Come on. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, she'll hop up to go find a change of clothes. Though she kind of pauses as she's following and glances back towards the whatever door it is Alec went through. Should I? There's like the little grimace of like awkward.
He is in talks with the sheriff at the minute. They are having a discussion on what they're looking for. He said that he would from what I am meant to understand is that he knows where we're going. And he will be about 5 minutes away. He is checking the other side.
Oh.
If we run into trouble, we're to head to him.
Sounds like a plan. Okay.
If you want to go see him, you can, but Gary will give you the like.
I don't need to interrupt as long as he knows where I'm going, I suppose.
He knows. He's just the sheriff and him having a talk.
Oh yeah. No. I am not that kind of clingy. No.
She just gives a nod, and she will hand you a change of clothes. She also hands you a gun.
There's kind of like that little bit of the awkward face when she's handed the gun.
Do you know how to shoot?
I'm pretty sure I cannot shoot myself, but
She takes the gun back.
Yeah.
Puts it in her pocket. Puts on the fucking jeans, boots. You know what I mean? She just gets changed very quickly.
Yeah, assuming there's the change. Alice will do much the same.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I can find something to carry along when we get there. I don't imagine the docks are that spick and span.
You just see her like load the gun, put it in on again, very quick, very professional.
I mean, she a cop lady. Of course she do.
Mm-hmm. And so you begin to drive down to the end of the docks. Alexis, I'm going to say come home and change fairly quickly. But as you both arrive...
Well, Torna, there is one thing that is going to stop me from being so quick.
Mm-hmm.
So as I get in the house and, lock up all the doors, including the couple of new locks and latches that I've bought, I'm going to go into the kitchen and take some cheese and crackers to Ludmilla. If you look on my sheet, I have a ward, Ludmilla. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With recent development.
I'm going to say you do drop it off to him, and it's just that I do not have her picture. Tom has that.
Okay. Well, you see, it's actually pretty easy. So basically, I enter her room where she is bound and gagged, and I sit next to her, and I look at her, and before I begin to feed her, I will ask, "Now, are you going to scream again and be hungry, or are you going to be quiet, Ludmilla, my love, and accept my offering?"
I'm assuming she's going to scream. I'm assuming. I do not know because Tom never told me that.
So at the first sign of screaming, Alexis is just going to dominate her. Quiet. And as she silences, he will then feed her. And once she's quiet, he is going to gag her again. After she's fed, gag her again. And he's going to say, "Ludmilla, I've always loved you. And this is for your own good, I can't have you out on the street where you might get hurt or someone might take you. This is for the best. Oh, don't start crying. You know I hate crying. There we go. There we are. Listen, Ludmilla, I have to come back in a few hours, but I will be gone for a few hours. So be a good woman. Okay, bye bye, my sweetness. And he's going to, close her door, change, get his gear and leave, making sure to keep the place locked up tight. Locked up tight, Torna.
Okay.
Yeah, and now you know exactly what kind of fucking creepy ass shit.
That is fine. Alexis, as you kind of leave and be head down as the two of you guys start to head. Oh, buddy. In the back of your head, you just hear this numb whistling.
Like, okay, both of us are hearing it.
No, just Alexis.
Oh, thank God. Okay,
No,
sorry.
no. Just Alexis. You hear this
Alexi,
numb, like, whistling sound.
Alexi, where is that coming from? I don't know. I thought you knew. Where is it coming from?
Lexi is not there. That's the weird part. You try to connect, you don't.
That's not okay. Nothing about that is okay, Torna.
But you do hear when you go, Alexi, what is this? And you do hear, well, look at you. Look at you.
Who are you? What have you done with Alexi?
I am you.
No, you are not. You are not anything I am. Now, where is Alexi?
And why cannot that be you, Alexis? She says eerily, much similar to that other voice in your head.
You don't sound like me. You don't even look like me. Now get out.
And you don't like someone taking over your head?
No, I don't. Be gone.
No.
Yes.
No, little man, you're mine now.
Oh, am I yours? Who are you?
So be a good boy. I'll let you have your little plaything back.
My plaything. What do you mean?
The voice in your head.
Who are you? For real.
I'm you. Just another broken mirror, hoping they can put the pieces back together again. Tell me, was it fun making sure she can't leave, or are you that afraid you'll lose it?
So, Torna, instead of answering the question, there is just going to be panic, but not a panic derived from the emotion of like, a human emotion, from a virtue of like love or something like that. No, it's an emotion derived from the vice of greed. Like, what? No, it's mine. She can't be taken away. She's mine. And so Alexis is going to go back into the apartment. Is Ludmilla still there?
Yep. And you hear in the back of your head, oh, you are. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, little thing. You got it bad.
I don't know who you are, you witch. But you will give me back Alexi, and I will forget you ever were here.
Do you think your threats can really harm me? Do you think if you shout out loud enough, they'll hear you?
Who's they? And Alexei is going to no, I'm sorry, Alexis is going to take out the gun, like.
Do you think that? Do you think they can hear you? Oh, and what happens if they take it all away, little man? Oh, oh no.
Who's going to take it all away, huh? You? Are you going to take it away?
So Alexis,
Yeah.
as you're starting to wander around, the room is starting to shift with you. You are no longer, you don't see Ludmilla anymore. You are in this kind of empty sewer hallway, much like you were before. And you look around and you see her walking along the water, barely touching it, as if she's walking. She has a smile. Did you actually think, little man, that you were the one in control? Is that what you think?
What do you think?
When she laughs, the room shakes. I think you're so close to getting it, but you're so greedy.
Oh, no, 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 no. I told your little Nosferatu pet girl, I don't care for enlightenment.
Oh, so greedy. What would happen if your greed took her away from you?
Where am I? This is not
We're in your head.
my head.
In the place that you fear. After all, you fear me. And when you see that thing coming out of the dark through her skin, you blink and kind of stumble back in your room again.
Oh. Oh. No.
And there's Ludmilla.
Hmm. Alexei.
And you hear the voice again. He sounds terrified.
But I can talk to Alexei again?
Yeah, but he sounds shit scared.
God. Oh my god. Alexis, it was dark. There were things. I was exposed. Where were you? Where were you when she took over? What could you do, huh? What could you do that I could not? Hey, listen. Alexei, calm. No! I'm going to actually have a bit of a battle of wills here, Torna.
Do it.
That's for Alexis and Alexi's roll. So Alexi takes control. And just like that, suddenly, things change, Horna.
Mm-hmm.
And Alexei looks to Ludmilla, and she can see that there's been some kind of change come over him. And he's going to go over, and with 4 successes to 1, Torna, he is going to put a gun to Ludmilla's head, and he's going to tell her, "Listen to me, Ludmilla. If you value your life, you'll go to your little pimp and stay there, never to return. You're a liability to me. Do you understand?"
The frightened thing nods her head rapidly.
And Alexei is going to take out his big fuck off knife, just and cut her free.
She runs.
And he will yell. Well, no, actually, he will not yell after her. That is not how Alexei works.
Okay.
And Alexei will not go to the
Da-da-da.
designated meeting place. I'm sorry, Torna, but
That is more than fine. That is more than fine, big man. So you don't go. As we pan away from the paranoid other side of our other Malkavian, we are joined by these two Chucklefucks. As you begin to wander around much areas like this.
Oh boy.
So you're kind of wandering around, Anna's beside you.
Alice will probably be doing what she normally does, which is just kind of keep a weather eye out as they're wandering, and given the chance, we'll probably scoop up like a bit of pipe, a busted 2x4, whatever's at hand, really.
Give me I'll let you have a pipe. Give me a perception investigation if you're snooping.
Oh, I'm snooping. I'm snooping real good. There's my window. Ugh. Perception 3. And I will have you let me know if a cute sight plays in.
I'll give it to you.
Okay, then 4.
Okay. You start pacing around much like the others like this. You see the blood first. You spot it. As you both are kind of traipsing over, you will see that this crime scene has been marked off but left alone, almost like it was designed to give you guys time, essentially. As if somebody made some calls.
Gasp.
Anna. Yeah, you see the body splaying out. It has been shredded. It's a man in about his early 20s, about 21, 22. Looks like a club goer.
Remind me, Torna, there was another body that I dealt with that was weird, and I can't remember what was so fucking weird about it. It's been a while.
It was completely drained dry,
Oh, okay.
even though it was ripped open. Similar thing here, completely drained dry.
So
In
at what
fact,
point?
his eyes have been drained out of his sockets.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there'll be kind of the pause and the kind of, carefully picks her way into to snoop a little closer, and then it, grimacing, because that is really fucking creepy. We'll actually take a minute to try to assess, because you said there is blood splatter, which means there was damage done before it was all gone. So where does it start and end compared to where the body is?
It starts from the kneecaps and ends at the top of the thigh bone.
What does?
It starts at the top of the kneecaps.
What starts
ends
there?
right
Sorry.
The blood spatter.
Oh, okay.
And then ends at the top of the thigh bone, as if something cut along his legs, opening them.
But that's the only place, with all the mangling, that's the only place that actually bled.
Yeah. And it looks not like a cut, as if like a claw cut, as if he was caught in something like barbed wire. With 4 successes, I will give you that.
Is there any sign of what he might have been caught in anywhere around?
Give me that perception alertness there.
The alertness is not quite as good.
And just to make sure, is acute senses -1 or -2?
-2.
Okay, just making sure I'm not a cheater.
That's 3.
Okay.
You can see you can look around you, take a squint, and you see some of the fences. Someone got caught at the top of it. You can see bits of torn t-shirts. Someone was climbing over trying to run away from something.
So it looks like it was kind of a mad dash situation.
Yeah. Scrambling for life.
And she'll glance back to Anna. What's on the other side of this?
Sewer entrance.
Oh. Wait, what?
It's weird though. Sewer entrance down further that way, connecting to the south side. It's where often a lot of the Russians dump the bodies. It leads out into the estuary, you see. You weigh down the body far enough, it goes out into the bay without them noticing. Current takes it.
Just kind of nods, but comes back over to eyeball this body and whatever clothes are left.
Again, they're mangled and have covered in dirt and fleck, but give me another perception investigation check.
Okie dokie.
Because why the hell would this kid be in the sewers? And if he was, does he look / smell like it? Ooh. I wish I had a specialty right now.
Yeah, that would have been handy. With 3 successes, this kid was coming from, you've been to the nightclubs. You've definitely been to those nightclubs. You can tell by the brand, but yeah, he's been in the sewers. Oh yeah, the smell.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
What?
She's nabbing people from the clubs and pulling them down there.
The woman in red.
Yeah. The first time I saw her, it was at a club. I mean, I only talked to her for like a second, but yeah, she was at a club. She must be taking marks from clubs, and I don't.
Do we know which one?
I know which one I saw her at, but I don't know. I haven't exactly been canvassing.
That's where I might have to start.
Yeah, she'll go back to try to kind of carefully. Sadly, she does not have her gear, so she can't like pull out latex gloves.
She'll hand you a flashlight,
Oh, you are a saint. And yeah, she will carefully probably either she'll kind of pause and she'll look it over, but then she'll kind of pause and glance back. I guess it's just kind of a foregone conclusion that we're kind of disturbing this crime scene.
Yes, but
as little as possible.
Make my job easier.
Yeah, no problem. She will glance around. Are there any parts of his clothes that got more shredded in whatever mangled him afterwards? Pieces that fell off?
Yeah, around the torso area. Some of it has decayed just from being in the sheer stink and wet. Like it's starting to break off.
Yeah, she will just accept that her hand is going to get gross, but will do her best to very carefully pluck off a large enough piece that she can kind of use it to kind of pot holder style touch things without touching anything else with her fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, once she has a bit of it, because that's all she needs, we'll begin very carefully, like if she needs to, lifting and moving it, probably at some point like putting an arm across her nose, because man, even if you're not breathing, it just kind of gets in the passages. It's gross. And we'll do her best without overly disturbing the body if she can help it, to try to get a look.
A wits investigation check. Let's see how well you do that.
Okay. Yay, things I'm good at. Well, things I'm supposed to be good at. Fail.
It's mainly because it's so fucking. You know what I mean?
Can't get
It's
it
like,
really moved
yeah,
around, I assume,
it's
because
like,
it's
ooh.
shredded.
Yeah, it's like, ooh.
Oh, for the love of... Kind of glances around for something bigger so she can kind of lever the body a bit. Again, she's just really trying to avoid touching it. Fingerprints are a thing.
There are 2x4s.
Okay. I'm only a little sorry it was totally this way when we found it. And yeah, she'll carefully, again, trying to kind of keep track of where she's stepping so she's not leaving like really blatant footprints. Go ahead and try to snag one and proceed to try to use that to carefully lever him around, see if there's anything of particular interest on his back or in the way he's mangled.
Something hit him at the back. You can see, you turn it over and there's 2 clear puncture marks right in the back of the neck.
Oh, how big are they?
Very.
Oh, God.
Like,
Oh,
you can
God.
actually begin to see the top of the spinal column.
Oh, shit, it's real. Oh, shit. She'll snag out her phone and flick to the camera and kind of carefully lever the damn thing up and try to get the camera around to where, like, with the flash or with Anna holding the flashlight, she can actually get a picture of that bite mark.
Yeah, you can. Click.
And yeah, she will make a point of at least documenting like the overall shape the body's in and the fact, like, pointedly taking a picture of
I'll
the
let
fact
you
that,
take like about 10-15 minutes kind of getting the various clicks and the very,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
she's not taking too long. It's like she's got that one probably takes the longest. The rest are kind of cursory, like click, here's where it actually is bleeding. Click, oh look, no more bleeding on the rest of it.
Give me an alertness check.
Okay.
Unless it's sight based, I'm fucked.
It's sight-based.
Oh, well then 2.
One. Oh, 2.
Unless it's higher def, I don't know.
Oh, no. Out of the corner of your eye, you see something in that alleyway. Coming out of that sewer entrance by the fence. You see it.
Is it oriented on us or is it just slinking?
It's coming out. You can hear the
Is it like pointed at us specifically, like it's quote seen us, or is it just slinking out?
slinking out. Looks like it's smelling the blood.
Just going to very slowly and quietly turn around and get Anna's eyes and put a finger to my lips, like making a very serious face, like I'm not even fucking kidding. And then once I've got, a good confirmation, like a good look from her back, we'll very slowly point over to where the thing is and start easing up back away from the goddamn body.
There's you can see her starting to sweat a bit. Well, not sweat. If we just move quietly behind one of those pillars, it might not see us.
I'm not even sure they have eyes, but it's as good a bet as any. I'm gonna text Alec.
Get behind the pillar first.
And yeah,
Go
again.
Go first. Go.
Yep. Oh, stealth it. Oh,
You can hear her like silently like click to come back. You know what I mean? You can see her properly like.
Oh yeah, she's flicking the doodad on her phone real quick, like that little extra toggle that you can hit to immediately set your phone to silent. She's dunk. And yeah, I will roll stealth to see if I can not make it come closer. That would be great. It's not my best pool. Oh, Jesus.
Anna gets 1. You kind of stumble a bit and Anna barely skips over, but you hear the and kind of looks around and said this. Well, it kind of traipses slowly, not towards you. It's getting closer towards the fence. You make a splash of water and its head snaps around as you, I'm assuming, freeze, right?
Hmm?
You
I mean,
freeze.
yeah.
Roll me another stealth check.
Oh god. There's breath holding happening. There's please, dear God.
So you freeze in place as this thing, Anna's kind of just hunched up against the building, like holding her hand over her mouth. Silence for, I mean, it's the longest minute of your life.
Like even
This
that
thing
thing
starts-
isn't moving.
Yep.
Oh fuck.
This thing then takes slow, careful steps as it slithers through that gap that this thing made for the fence. You know what I mean?
Great.
I'm assuming you're taking careful steps back at this point.
So careful. She's just, you know, if I can get behind a pillar, I can go poof.
Like Anna will stretch out her hand towards you almost, like come here. You know, if you're taking that option as well.
You know what? Yeah, that'll work. Just very, very slowly, very cautiously, because I've gotten the impression at this point that sound is way more critical than sight. So,
Give me another dex check to get into Anna's like grip.
just straight dex.
Like straight stealth, dex stealth.
Oh god. Oh thank the Lord.
Yeah, you kind of catch her hand and it's very clasped. She kind of pulls you so you kind of, your back touches her chest. You're both kind of stacked up behind the wall, you know, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you look behind the pillar? Like, do you spook your head out?
No, she'll probably cant her head to listen. But I don't need that in my life right now.
You
Can
hear
I?
the soft, wet, then you hear so you hear
Okay.
this noise. Something's being dragged.
When I hear the first impact, I'll dare a peek because it is distracted.
It's looming over the body.
What's it hitting it with?
Its claw. It's almost like
It's just what confirming the kill essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the body makes this fuse. It's like, you know what I mean?
Okay. And she will. You said we're behind a wall, or are we just behind a pillar?
Behind a pillar.
Ooh, can't risk the light from the phone, just in case.
And you can see Anna's hand. She's shaking.
She will just. Yeah. Is the hand like around her, or still
It's
clutching
around
her
your-
in?
It's around your waist, yeah, but you can feel your belly starting to tremble because her hand is shaking.
She will very, very carefully lay a hand on hers and kind of glance back over her shoulder at her and just quietly mime as if sucking in a breath and holding it.
She does. And what terrifies the both of you is you hear a second thump, thump, thump behind that fence.
What, as if there is a second creature or as if it's hitting the body again?
A second creature.
Okay, it's time to do something stupid.
Roll me your wits.
Okay. Ah, that's a botch.
Go right ahead.
And so it's thankfully it is not fully stupid. She will just carefully pull her phone out of her pocket and holding it very close to her chest, like cradling it in both hands, will flick on the screen, flick down the settings, turn the light, the screen light all the way down. So there's like almost nothing coming out of it, and then pause.
Right, Anna's still holding it together like a champ. You can hear the. Give me another alertness check.
Oh, good. 1.
You can hear the territorial displays over the body between the two creatures.
I will not sigh in relief.
But then you hear the ripping and tearing, not of their flesh, of its flesh, as they almost pull, as if they're both trying to bring it in at the same time.
So if I have the sound on the phone off, is there any light out there where they're doing this stuff? Is there like a street lamp, anything like that?
Dim. It's almost like shadows, which makes it more terrifying.
It also means I'm not going to be able to get a good phone picture of them. It'd just look like blurs. So no, she will just...
How's Alice holding up, by the way?
Ooh, they're over there. So it's fine. She's just going to let Alec know that there is bad things and everything will be fine. Because then Alec will be on his way and that means everything's fine. If nothing else at this point, because Anna's so scared, it's honestly kind of stirring her to kind of keep a fucking grip just enough.
You're feeling her starting to squeeze, like that little bit of potence that she does have. Oh God.
Yeah, she will just quickly pull up Alec's text convo on her phone. You know what? If Anna wants to see whatever the fuck they're texting about, so be it. And proceeds to just quickly, type out, "We've got contact time, X2, and hit send and turn the screen back off.
He replies almost instantly, "I'm on the way."
She will click this. Oh, if that is the answer. If nothing else, especially if Anna's starting to show some nervousness, she just kind of takes the hand and gives a very light little patting, like drum of the fingers, and shows her the screen.
I'm gonna put it like this: there are blood tears coming down her face.
She taps her fingers to get her attention and shows her the screen.
She sees it and she's nodding rapidly, but Katie, she's about to let out a gasp. Like, you can see it coming. I'll give you one action. What do you do?
Like gasp out or in?
Out.
She just quickly is going to smack a hand up over her mouth and shake her head slowly, like, no, you don't need that. I know you think you do, but don't do it.
She just kind of sags a bit. She's kind of like, yeah, she's having a panic attack. As you hear the horrific, Alice, Jesus Christ, that sound. They're devouring that body, like you hear the...
You know what? She is just going to carefully turn around in that grip if she can and try to pull in a little bit more, pull her head in and just hold on to her and try to focus on her instead of focusing on those fucking noises, because as long as they're over there, it's okay. Everything's okay as long as it stays over there. But yeah, she's just going to try to stabilize her. Oh God, why would you do that to me? Oh no. Hi?
Okay. So you hear a thump, thump, thump coming close to that pillar. While the second sound is definitely something devouring. What are you doing? It's not like it's found you, but it's just, you can tell it's scanning. What you doing?
Oh God. For the moment, I can't fucking obfuscate and leave her scared, so nope. I'm just gonna keep focusing on trying to keep Anna on lockdown for the moment, because moving is the worst idea.
Charisma, empathy. Actually, no. Leadership.
Ooh. Not a strong pull. But this is really, really important. I didn't need willpower anyways. I don't even... Oh no, wait, I do need willpower for things.
Make your decision.
I'm gonna 1d2 it. Oh, I'm doing it. Bad ideas. Time to go. Alright, spending it. I didn't need that anyways. There's 2 whole successes of
You
please
managed to-
don't panic. Just stay locked in with me, buddy.
I mean, she's shaking as tears are coming down her face rapidly.
Yeah.
Holding on to you.
That-
But
Going for the eye lock because if she can keep her centered.
you do. That's what probably keeps her from squealing. Because you feel that breath right against that pillar. You can hear it like,
Oh god, this is a bad day. Nope, just keeping her locked in and got her ears peeled for please let Alec be close. Please let Alec be close. Jesus.
you can hear a car in the distance. This thing snaps its head up and makes this weird and proceeds to pad off. And you hear the other thing make that similar swallowing sound and pad off. Making the same noise that it did coming through the fucking gate.
Okay. They're retreating. That's good. I'm gonna
I'm
keep
assuming
the eye lock though. Until those things like are down in the sewer and gone, I'm keeping the eye lock. Nope. I'm not having them get tempted.
Yep, you head there's this eerie fucking silence.
She's just mouthing. He's almost here. Just stay with me.
Probably what makes you jump a tiny bit. I'm not gonna lie.
What happens?
You feel that cold touch on your shoulder.
Oh yeah, she jumps. If she doesn't hear him coming, she jumps. The cold helps and almost immediately resolves it, but oh, I mean, like she looks back with the what I am now officially dubbing the pooped myself face. Like she shoots back that glance of like stark terror for half a second,
Yeah, you didn't hear him coming at all.
and then just slowly exhales.
Come on. Where are they?
She points her nose. I went through the fence. Probably went back into the sewer. I heard the
How
car.
many? How many?
I think 2. I saw 2. Only heard 2.
He takes a look at Anna. We have to go.
Yeah.
Where's the body?
She leans out to look.
They ate it.
Oh.
Or, well, most of it.
She'll keep an arm around Anna because at this point, letting her stand there and stew on this is a bad idea, and we'll kind of step around to look. Well, it was there. We heard them dragging in. I'm pretty sure they probably ate a good bit of it. I got a couple pictures.
That's all we need. Come on. Quietly.
And nodding, she will. Especially as long as there's the hand. This is fine. Everything's fine. It's not fine, but she's pretending it's fine because Anna needs it to be fine.
You kind of take hold of. Yeah, Anna kind of leads you 3 back to the car. Puts Anna very gently in the back seat, like reassuring her and all that. We'll take her back to Romanov. He'll clean her up before Brooks finds out.
Honestly, how much of a cling does Anna have going?
Oh, your hand.
I didn't need that hand anyways. That means I will be sitting in the back seat with her.
Then we're going home.
It's another nod.
We'll review the footage tomorrow.
Yeah.
Did you guys drive off?
Yeah, she'll just keep focusing on Anna, like wiping her cheeks off and just being like, hey, it's good. It's okay. We're okay. Everything's terrible, but
You
we're
guys
okay.
Yeah, you guys drive off and get Anna cleaned up, and you head back with Alec, and people are thankful. Camera pans away from the paranoid Alexis to Alice. In the sewers, the beast comes up right up to this woman. she smiles and they touch her little weird bipedal heads. They bow before the queen. That is where the scene will end.